Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Stylebytife. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back and supporting. And if you are new here, kindly please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to draft a Victorian corset pattern. So if you have something you're interested in, keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, I already have all the material we're going to be needing for this tutorial on the table. Now what I'm going to do is to place this aside, and this is the measurement you're going to be needing for this tutorial. So the first thing you're going to go ahead and do is to rule a starting line which is going to serve as the shoulder line. From this line, the shoulder line, I measure down to my bust point which is 10 inches, and I'm going to make a mark here. And also I'm going to come down to my under bust which is 13.5 inches for me, and as you can see, I just mark it. Now for this particular pattern, you need to take your shoulder to waist for both the front and the back separately. So my shoulder to waist in front is 16 inches, then I mark it. So now you're going to determine how long you want your blouse to be. For me, I'm going to be using 23 inches. After that, I'm going to draw a straight line across this point. So I'm going to go ahead and label all these lines. So this is the bust line, the under bust line, the waistline, the hemline, and then the shoulder line. So guys, on the shoulder line, I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement into 2 equal halves, which will give me 7.5 inches. So go ahead and divide your shoulder measurement by 2. Now from this point, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for our shoulder slope. So after doing that, from the shoulder line again, I came in by 3 inches for the neck width, and I'm coming down by 3 inches as well for the neck depth. Now I'm just going to use my curve rule to create a round neckline. This is just a basic neckline. So guys, after connecting the neckline, I'm just going to draw a slant line from the shoulder line to meet that 1 inch point just to get the shoulder slope. The next thing is to determine my armhole depth, and how I normally do this is to divide my bust measurement by 6 and add 1.5 inches to it. So I have 7.6 inches for my, and then I made a point. After doing that, I'm going to rule a line across and then rule a line to meet the shoulder slope. So this line is going to be the chest line. So go ahead and do the same thing. Now I'm going to divide the measurement I have here into 2 equal halves and made a point. And from this point, I'm going to go in by half an inch. Now on this chest line, what you're going to do is to divide your bust measurement by 4 and made a point there. So my bust measurement divided by 4, I use that to make a point on the chest line. Now I'm going to use my curve rule to connect the top of the armhole, the midpoint we got, and then the point we have on the chest line. So go ahead and do the same thing you see me doing like this. The next thing I want to do is to draw out our dart. So you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement into 2. And for me, that divided into 2 is 3.5 inches. So I'm marking that 3.5 inches on the bust line, the under bust line, and on the hemline. And I'm going to use a straight ruler to create a straight line and connect all these points. Now we're going to take in our dart. So on this waistline here, I'm going to go in by 0.75 on the both side of this line. You can use 0.5 inches on the both side if you want to. After that, from the hemline, you're going to come up by 1 inch. Now I'm going to be connecting all these 3 points together. From the dart leg, I'm going to connect a straight line towards the waistline and the bust point. I will do the same thing on the other side as well. So now we're going to come to this shoulder here and divide what you have there into 2 equal halves. Made a point, and from this point I'll connect a straight line to meet that bust point. The next thing we're going to do now is to start adding all our body measurements. So on the chest line, you're going to divide your bust measurement by 4 and made a point there. Now on the waistline, you're going to divide your waist measurement by 4 and made a point. Then you're going to measure the dart intake you have here, which is 1.5 inches, and then you're going to replace it back. Now on the hemline, you're going to divide your hip measurement by 4 and you're going to mark it there. I'm going to go ahead and connect all these points. So from the chest line here, I'm going to connect down to the waistline, and then from this waistline, I'll connect to meet the hemline. So go ahead and do the same thing. So this is what mine looks like. Now what I want to do is that I'm going to be having a side dart on the front pattern. And how to get that, remember I told you guys earlier that you need to take your shoulder to waist measurement for both the front and the back separately. So my shoulder to waist in front is 16 inches, while my shoulder to waist at the back is 14.5 inches. So you're going to subtract 14.5 inches from 16 inches, and what I add is 1.5 inches. So from the bust line here, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches, which is the difference between my shoulder to waist in front and my shoulder to waist at the back. Now I'm going to connect from this point into the bust line. So this space I just created here is going to be my bust dart. What I want to do now is to come up from this chest line by 1.5 inches. You can go ahead and use 2 inches, but I think the highest you should do is 2 inches. But for me, I'm coming up by 1.5 inches from this chest line, and I'm going to draw a straight line across. So from this middle of the line, I'm going to go out on both sides by half an inch. So this half an inch point is going to be our bust tightening. And I'm just going to connect it now to meet the bust point. So go ahead and do the same thing. So guys, what I want to do is from this top of this arc here, I'm going to cuff it to meet the chest line. And from this other side here, I will just cuff it to meet the armhole like this. So this is our neckline for the top of the blouse. Moving ahead, the next thing I want to do is the underbust lightening. And please pay attention to this. So you're going to divide your round underbust measurement into 4 and made a point. So I just did that. And you're going to measure what you have left. So what I have left here is 1.5 inches. So that 1.5 inches, I'm going to be sharing it in between these darts here, from that dart leg. So I'll be giving 0.5 inches towards the center front and the remaining 1 inch towards the side front. So I'm just going to mark 0.5 inches from the dart leg towards the center front, and then from this other side I will mark 1 inch. After doing that, I'm going to use my curve rule to connect this to make the bust point. Now let's assume what you had there was 1 inch. After you are done taking that measurement, so what you have to do is to divide that unequally, divide it by 3. So you're going to give 0.25 towards the center, and then you give the remaining 0.75 towards the side front. I hope you understand it. So now from this curve I just made, I'm going to draw a straight line to meet the end of my dart. So I want you to take note of something here. When you draw this line across, you might notice that the line does not pass through the dart on one side. Don't worry so much about it. All you have to do is to stitch it in with your allowance later. Now I want to remove this side dart here, and how you're going to go about it is you're going to cut through from the shoulder dart. So I'm going to go ahead and cut through from this line, and then I'll also cut through from the bust line. Just watch what I'm doing here on the bust line. Go ahead and cut out the side and then use the free piece to cover out the dart. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it down. You can go ahead and tape it down if you have a sellotape. So guys, basically what we have done here is that we have closed the side dart and opened up the shoulder dart. Now from this waistline, notice what I'm doing. I'm going to connect from the waist down to meet the armhole. I'm doing this just for us not to have any shortage at the side. So by the time you cut this out, you will notice that the length in front and the length at the back will now become the same. Now from this hemline here, I'm going to come up by 1 inch because I want to have a curve at the end of this blouse. I don't just want it straight down, so as you can see, I just use my curve rule to just create that curve. So guys, I want to create another line on the center front. So on the waistline from the first dart line, I'm going to get the middle of this center front. So measure what you have from the first dart line and divide whatever you have there into 2. So half of that measurement, I'm marking it here on the bust line and on the hemline. After doing that, I will just use my straight ruler to connect a straight line all the way to the end. So you can just draw this straight line without adding any dart to it. But I want to snatch my waist by 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is to give 1 inch to the front pattern and the remaining 1 inch to the back pattern, making it 2 inches altogether. So I'm going to divide that 1 inch by 4, and what I have is 0.25. So on the waistline, I'm going to go in by 0.25 on the both sides. After doing that, go ahead and connect it all together just the way you see me doing. Circles, love feels so invincible. Feel you when there's no one around. Your beauty's so amazing. So as you can see, I'm going to mark all the area that I'm going to be cutting out. So this is our center front 1, this is our center front 2, and then I have the side front. Go ahead and do the same thing I'm doing right now. After doing that, I'm going to cut out every other piece. So I will label this 1, 2, 3 so that we don't mix it up later. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go. So this is all for the drafting of the front pattern. Let's go ahead and cut out the back pieces. To draft the back pattern, of course, you will need another pattern paper. Just like I did in front, I'm going to draw a straight line across again, which is going to serve as my shoulder line. From the shoulder line, I came down to my bust point, which is also 10 inches for the back pattern. And also from my shoulder to waist at the back, my measurement is 14.5 inches. Remember that when we are drafting the front pattern, shoulder to waist in front was 16 inches. Now shoulder to waist at the back is 14 inches. If you measure it separately on your body, you're going to actually notice that there is a difference. After doing that, I'm going to rule a straight line across and label it as the bust line and the waistline. So because of the difference between shoulder to waist at the back and shoulder to waist at the front, you can't just go ahead and draw the blouse length like that. So what you're going to do is from this waistline in front, you're going to measure it down to the hip line. So what I have here is 7 inches. So now from this waistline at the back, I'm going to go ahead and mark that 7 inches here and draw a straight line across. So guys, if you do it like this, you realize that by the time you're done sewing everything and taking away the side dart on the front pattern, everything actually becomes the same length. And you will notice that one is no longer than the other. On the shoulder line, I went in by 3 inches for the neck width, and then I will come down by 1 inch for the neck depth. So I'm going to connect these 2 points together to give me a very small neckline. So just like I did on the front pattern, on the shoulder line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, will give me 7.5 inches. And I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. After doing that, I'm just going to connect a slant line from the shoulder line to meet that 1 inch point. So from the shoulder slope, I'm going to come down by that 7.6 inches, and then I made a point and rule a straight line to meet the shoulder slope. After this, I'm going to rule a line across. Now I'm going to divide the measurements I have here into 2 equal halves and made a point. So from this point, I'm going to go in by half an inch. And on this chest line, what you're going to do is to divide your bust measurement by 4 and made a point there. Now connect these 3 points together just like we did in front. The next thing I want to do is to draw out our dart, which is start from the chest line. So you're going to divide your nipple to nipple measurement into 2, and for me it's 3.5 inches. So I'm marking that 3.5 inches on the chest line, bust line, waistline, and on the hemline. After doing that, I'm going to use my straight ruler to create a straight line and connect all these points. On the waistline here, I'm going to go in by 0.75 on the both sides. And from the hemline, you're going to come up by 1 inch. On the chest line here, I'm going to go up by half an inch. After doing that, I'm just going to connect all these points together. So just go ahead and do the same thing you see me doing right now. So now I'm going to add all my body measurement to the back pattern. On the bust line, I'm going to divide my bust measurement by 4 and mark it. On the waistline, I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 4. I'll replace the dart just like we did in front. Everything is exactly the same. On the hemline, I'm going to divide my hip measurement divided by 4 and mark it. After doing that, I'm going to come up from the hemline by 1 inch just to create a cuff at the end of the blouse just like we did in the front pattern. So guys, I didn't add any zipper allowance to this back pattern because we won't be needing it at all. We're going to have a loop at the back of this corset. So now the next thing we're going to do is to create the neckline for the back pattern. So on the bust line, I'm going to go up by half an inch and then use my curve rule to create a cuff to meet the armhole. So guys, I want to have another line on this back pattern. So from the first dart line, I'm going to measure it towards the side and get the middle. So measure it and divide it into 2, and then you made a point. After doing that, I'm going to draw a straight line across. So like I said before, you can just draw this straight line without adding any dart to it. You can leave it like this and just cut it out when you're cutting your pattern. But just like we did in front, I'm going in by 0.25 on the both side. So after doing that, I'm going to connect all these points together just like I did on the front pattern. So now I've taken away 2 inches from my actual waist measurement. Remember I told you guys I gave 1 inch to the front pattern. The remaining 1 inch is for the back pattern. Now coming to this line here, this other dart here. From the dart line here, I'm going to come out by 0.25 on the both sides, just for us to tighten up the back neckline. That's 1/4 of an inch, and I'm just going to connect it like this. Connect it to meet the dart on the waistline, and then from the waistline to the end. So I'm going to be marking out all the places you're going to cut out. So the back of this corset is going to be having a loop, and what I'm going to do is to go in from the center by 1.5 inches. So I'm marking that on the waistline, on the hemline, and on the bust line. After you're done marking it, go ahead and connect it together with your straight ruler. So I'm going to draw circles here just for us to know that there is a loop at the back. And then I'm going to label it 1, 2, 3. Once you are done doing that, I'm going to go ahead and cut all my back pattern out just the way you see me doing. So guys, note that I didn't add any stitching allowance to the side. I didn't add any stitching allowance to the front pattern and on the back pattern. So when you are placing it on your fabric, don't forget to add your sewing allowance. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. After cutting it out, I'm going to go ahead and label it. So this is my center back 1, center back 2, and then my side back. So this is basically all for the drafting of this pattern. If you bring the side back and the side front together, you see that we have the same length. One is no longer than the other. We're running around
circles. Love feels so invincible. Feel you and there's no one.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.